For most of the world, the jaguar is just another big cat. But deep inside South America's endless wetlands, he is something far more terrifying. He is the only predator that hunts crocodiles. He is the silent ruler of the flooded kingdom. And this is his story. As dawn breaks over Brazil's Pantanal, mist rises from the water like smoke from an ancient battlefield. Hidden beneath tangled vines and towering trees, a pair of golden eyes slowly open. The male jaguar has survived another night. Every day in the Pantanal begins with one question: will he eat, or will he starve? Unlike lions, jaguars do not have a pride to help them hunt. Unlike wolves, they do not have a pack. Everything depends on him alone. He walks in silence. Every footprint matters. Every mistake could be fatal. His territory stretches for dozens of miles across rivers, forests, and swamps. And every inch of it must be defended. The forest appears peaceful, but nothing here is safe. A herd of peccaries rummages through the undergrowth. They seem unaware. The jaguar lowers his body closer to the earth. One step, then another. Closer, closer. But before he can strike, monkeys erupt into alarm calls high in the trees. The herd scatters. The opportunity vanishes. For the jaguar, failure is normal. More than half of his hunts end exactly like this. No meal, no reward, only hunger. As the tropical heat intensifies, the jaguar retreats into the shade. He rests beside the riverbank. Yet even in sleep, he remains alert. Because another male could enter his territory. Because prey could pass nearby. Because survival never pauses. Then something unexpected catches his attention. A female jaguar. She moves carefully through the forest. And beside her, a tiny cub. The male watches from a distance. He knows better than to approach. For the next 2 years, the mother's entire world will revolve around protecting her young. Teaching it to climb. Teaching it to stalk. Teaching it how to survive in a world that offers no second chances. The jaguar turns away. His journey continues. Weeks pass. The rains arrive. The Pantanal transforms. Dry ground disappears beneath rising waters. Many animals flee to higher ground. But for the jaguar, this is home. Unlike most cats, he loves the water. He swims effortlessly between flooded forests. And somewhere beneath the surface waits his most dangerous prey. A caiman. The reptile basks in the sunlight. Its armored skin resembles stone. Its jaws possess crushing power. One wrong move, and the hunter becomes the hunted. The jaguar waits. Minutes pass. Then more. Patience is his greatest weapon. Suddenly, he explodes from cover. The caiman lunges. Water erupts around them. Teeth clash. Muscle against muscle. Death against death. Most big cats kill with a bite to the throat. But jaguars are different. They possess the strongest bite force of any feline on Earth. Instead of suffocating their prey, they pierce the skull itself. At last, the struggle ends. The king of the wetlands stands victorious. But his greatest enemy is not hunger. It is not the caiman. It is not another jaguar. It is us. For generations, forests have fallen to chainsaws and fire. Roads divide ancient migration routes. Cattle replace wild prey. As their world shrinks, jaguars are pushed closer to people. Conflict becomes inevitable. A missing calf. A frightened rancher. Another jaguar disappears. Today, fewer jaguars roam the wild places they once ruled. And yet, hope remains. Scientists track their movements. Conservationists protect vital habitats. Communities are finding new ways to coexist with predators. Because saving the jaguar means saving something much bigger. The rivers, the forests, the countless species connected through this fragile web of life. As evening falls once more over the Pantanal, the jaguar disappears into the shadows. Unseen, unheard, unmatched. He asks for no admiration. He seeks no throne. He simply fights for another day in a world growing smaller around him. And somewhere in the darkness, another hunt is about to begin. Because the jungle still needs its king. and the king is still out there. Months had passed since the great caiman hunt. The scars on the old male's face had faded, but deep within the Pantanal, another story was only just beginning. Hidden beneath a fortress of tangled roots and thorny vegetation, a mother jaguar lay beside 3 tiny cubs. Blind, helpless, each no larger than a house cat. They had entered a world where even becoming an adult was a miracle. For the next 2 years, their survival would depend entirely on one individual, their mother. Unlike lionesses, female jaguars raise their young completely alone. There is no pride, no family support, no second chances. Every hunt, every decision, every sacrifice would determine whether her bloodline continued. As the cubs grew stronger, curiosity replaced fear. The outside world called to them. The first to venture beyond the den was the smallest male. Bold, reckless, the kind of youngster who never understood danger until it was staring him in the face. His sisters followed cautiously behind. Everything fascinated them. Butterflies dancing above muddy pools, howler monkeys roaring in distant treetops, bright macaws exploding into the sky. To the cubs, the Pantanal was a playground. To their mother, it was a battlefield. One afternoon, she froze. Her ears rotated forward. Something was wrong. The cubs continued wrestling in the grass, unaware. Then came the warning call. A troop of capuchin monkeys erupted high in the canopy. The mother instantly recognized the message. Danger. Nearby. Without hesitation, she gathered her cubs. But the youngest had wandered too far. The undergrowth shifted. A massive green anaconda emerged from the flooded vegetation. Its tongue flickered through the humid air. The cubs stood motionless, curiosity battling instinct. The mother exploded forward. The snake struck. The jaguar swiped. Water erupted around them. The cubs scrambled to safety as muscle collided with muscle. The anaconda retreated into the murky depths. The danger had passed, but the lesson remained. The Pantanal offered beauty, yet it demanded respect. Weeks turned into months. The cubs entered their classroom, hunting school. At first, their attempts were embarrassing. One cub pounced on a butterfly. Another fell face first into the mud chasing a lizard. Even stalking frogs proved difficult. The mother watched patiently. Failure was not weakness. Failure was education. Eventually, she introduced them to larger prey. Capybara, peccaries, creatures capable of fighting back. The young male launched himself too early. The herd scattered instantly.